Welcome to the ISO Show, dispelling myths and sharing tips for success to improve your business with ISO standards, with your host, Mel Blackmore.
Hello and welcome to the ISO Show. I'm Steph Churchman and I'm the Communications Manager here at Blackmores. I'm actually usually the one behind the scenes editing and publishing the podcast, and as you probably heard in the little intro jingle that we have, Mel Blackmore is usually the host. But she's taking a well-deserved break this week, so you got me today instead. And I'm not alone. Today I'm joined again by Sarah Ball to continue with our mini-series on the Engagement Amplifier Gameplan, which is available in the ISology Hub. Welcome back, Sarah.
Yeah, hi, nice to be here again.
Great. Well, before we get started, here's a quick note for any new listeners. The ISology Hub is our online membership site that includes a full ISO 14001 roadmap to help you create and launch your own bespoke environmental management system. In addition to that, there's a whole library of ISO-related training, tutorials and templates designed to take you from zero to hero in ISO standards. Sarah and I have been working on creating and managing the Hub for the past few years, and we're always publishing more content every few weeks. And we're really excited to be able to share some insight into some of the amazing stuff we've got available right now to any Hub member. If you missed the previous episode, I recommend going back and giving it a listen, as Sarah explained a lot of the context and went into a few of the first steps involved in the game plan. So we're continuing off from where we left off. So Sarah, I believe we left off on step 3 of the game plan, which was leadership. Do you mind carrying on with step 4?
Yeah, sure. So we're into step 4 now, and this is all about champions and the important role that they can play in supporting engagement, especially within their own teams within the business. So the idea of a management system champion is one that we've discussed in many of our Steps to Success podcasts. It's something that we use a lot within Blackmores to make sure that we're getting that engagement right at the beginning of an implementation. But it's crucial to maintain that team of champions throughout the life cycle of the management system as well. And that can be a health and safety champion, a quality champion, or any other discipline that's relevant to your management system. And they can really have a significant impact on engagement levels because they're going to be an advocate for the management system. And crucially, your champions can lead by example when they engage with the management system themselves. So it's that typical thing that if you see someone doing it and you see the benefits they're getting, you're much more likely to want to engage with it yourself and get those benefits for yourself as well. So in step 4 of the game plan, we're going to take you through what champions can actually do, so what their role would look like within the management system. What makes a good team of champions as well, because making sure that you're using people's strengths is really important. And then how you can actually start to create your own team of champions for your management system. Again, as we mentioned in the first episode, there are workbooks that you can complete as you work through the game plan, so they support you with that thinking and analysis and ultimately in defining what it is you're going to implement within your organisation. So that's step 4. Following this, we go on to step 5, which is brand boost. And this is something that I'm really passionate about. So how you brand and sell your management system to your employees and other key stakeholders is crucial to how they relate to it and how effectively they engage with it. In fact, Mel and I did a podcast dedicated to how to name your management system, which covers a lot of the material that you're going to see in step 5. It walks you through the importance of a brand identity for your management system. After all, what you call something helps people to understand what it is and how it can be of benefit to them. So the game plan takes you through how to develop that brand identity and how to launch or potentially relaunch your management system with a new brand within the business. And this step can be useful both for those businesses that are implementing their management system, so right at the beginning, making sure that they're getting that engagement from the off, but also if engagement has really sort of fallen over time, having a brand new brand for it can be really beneficial.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in here and say that, as you mentioned, it's sort of like either launching or relaunching your management system. I mean, we've pretty much done the same thing this year with ours, H2O. We gave it a whole new rebrand, gave it a new name, and then basically relaunched it, as we like to practice what we preach. So a lot of hard work went into that to making it look nice, and now it's so much more accessible. And it's actually changed the entire way we audit our internal system as well.
Yeah, definitely. And putting it on a more engaging platform made a big difference. in that scenario. So we moved H2O from being in a folder structure that we're all familiar with, you just get a list of folders with names, into a SharePoint structure now where it's much more engaging for people. And H2O, for those who haven't heard one of our podcasts around this, it stands for how to operate. So it's H2O is how to operate, but also H2O is water, which is essential to life. And for us, our management system is essential to our business, so that's where the name came from. But there's much more in our other podcast about how you can name your management system. There's lots of ideas in there.
So I'll link that in the show notes so you can go down there and find that.
Fab. Okay, so then that takes us on to step 6 of the game plan, which is about communicating and celebrating. So ongoing communication is really key part of maintaining that momentum and engagement. It provides an opportunity to keep the management system at the forefront of people's minds and to celebrate successes. It also allows you to recognise examples of engagement with the management system. So if you've got people who are really engaged with it, make sure you're sharing that and that you're communicating to the rest of the business the positive benefits that has. So the game plan takes you through what you should communicate and how. And it's something, again, you can revisit at any point as your management system matures, because it's always a good idea to go back and reassess, are we communicating the right things in the right way to maintain that level of engagement. And again, that's something that we do within Blackmores with internal newsletters and updates and things like that we share. So it's really important just to keep looking at that, and is it something we can improve upon. And then finally we go into step 7, which is all about momentum. So now you've reinvigorated engagement in your business in steps 1 to 6. It's crucial then that you're going to maintain that momentum going forwards. So you don't want it to suddenly be that you're 2 years later and you're in exactly the same place you were when you started the game plan. So that's what this step is all about. It's taking members through how to recognise engagement, continue to reassess engagement levels as an ongoing activity, and then develop a future strategy to maintain the desired level of engagement that you've set for yourselves as an organisation. So hopefully by the end of step 7 you're in a strong position, you understand exactly how you're going to keep that engagement going, but also recognise when engagement does start to slip so that you can act and respond quickly to that.
Okay, thanks for explaining each step of the game plan. I'm sure that's going to give our listeners a lot of food for thought. And thanks again for joining us on the podcast. I have no doubt we'll be hearing from you again in future episodes.
Thanks, no, it's been a pleasure, and I'd love to come back again and talk about something else.
Well, I think that's all we have time for today. As a quick reminder, we are also offering a buy one, get one free deal on ISology Hub memberships, which is a saving of £1,200 if you'd like to go ahead with that. If you'd like to book a demo with us so we can give you a full tour, you can get in contact with us via our website, www.blackmoresuk.com. And also, we'd really appreciate if you took the time to subscribe and leave us with a review on your preferred media player, as this really does help us to reach a wider audience. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next ISO show.
Looking to use ISO standards to drive better business practice? Contact us at blackmoresuk.com to access further information and book your free 15-minute call.